It's nothing new that people don't know how to use words. We've already seen the words simp, woke, and pedophile get lobotomized after Twitter got their little grubby hands on it. Even though I say that, it's also important for us to realize that words do change over time. I remember when the word literally used to mean without exaggeration, and now it's pretty much used 95% of the time for whenever someone wants to exaggerate something. If that can happen to a word like that, I think any word is up for being altered. What's the word of the day, Elmo? The word of the day is industry plant. For anyone that doesn't know what an industry plant is, it's usually a term used for someone that's kind of just thrown into the industry without any real or significant previous work, but they still somehow get backed by a major label. Lots of industry plants are usually nepotism babies or just someone that has good connections. I like to add that just because someone's an industry plant, that doesn't necessarily mean that their music is bad. Most of the hate kind of comes from people disliking the fact that the person had, some type of advantage. I won't lie though, some industry plants can be extremely deceptive though. Niggas sneaky like the swipe god himself. I remember back in, I think it was middle school, there was this one song that came up in my recommendations. That shit was called Bubblegum, right? When I listened to it, it filled me with all these nostalgic emotions, and honestly, it just felt like raw, sad girl energy, The song kind of felt like it was something that someone just scribbled on a piece of paper during lunchtime and then hopped on the mic when they got home. After listening to the song a couple trillion times, I decided to actually look up the artist behind the song. Found out her name was Clairo, and I started listening more and more to her other works like Someone Else, Pretty Girl, and I had them bitches on infinite repeat, okay? It was only till I searched up her name on Reddit just to see what the fans were talking about. I ended up getting the eye-opener of a lifetime, okay? Just a bunch of threads kind of talking about how she rose to fame. Even though this girl's music had this sort of DIY bedroom artist aesthetic, she was actually the daughter of one of the richest men of all time. Take your mother's and father's yearly income, multiply that shit by 300 lifetimes. Yeah, you get about half about how much her dad makes in a day, okay? This girl that I thought that, she's pulling all these fans just because of her charisma and her niche, but no, there was so much stuff happening behind the scenes. As I said earlier, just because someone's an industry plant doesn't mean their music is bad. I think you can both be a nepo baby and also still be talented. Even though my initial first impression of Clairo was shattered into a million pieces, her music is still pretty nice to listen to. I actually find it hilarious that another recent upcoming artist got more flack for being an industry plant than Clairo ever did. Doichi. She made that song Anxiety, which people either loved or hated, no in between. I don't mind people disliking Doichi's music, I'm not her biggest fan either. I think she's pretty, but I remember trying to listen to her Denial is a River song, and my god, I'd rather be in a Fortnite lobby with prepubescent children screaming dead Minecraft memes in the mic for a couple of hours. Disliking her music is fine, but lots of the haters she gained from the Anxiety songs, lots of them are calling her an industry plant. Oh, she just blew up out of nowhere. It's kind of crazy to me that we live in the age of information and people are still too lazy to just fact check or research on their own to form their own opinion. Anyone that thinks Doichi is an industry plant and just came out of nowhere, all you literally have to do is just go to her YouTube channel and just scroll down. Keep scrolling, buddy. She legit has works from 10 years ago. 10 years ago she's been making stuff. Believe it or not, right? An artist putting in work for 10 plus years and then blowing up does not mean that they're an industry plant. That's what niggas call growing as an artist. My channel went from 20k subs to 300k in 1 week after years of being around 20k. I guess that makes me an industry plant too. People think just getting signed as an artist makes someone an industry plant. How dare you try to further your career with a company that usually has better tools to manage your likeness and music promotions than you ever could do by yourself. You're an industry plant. I guess Tizo Touchdown is an industry plant. Tierra Whack is an industry plant. Industry plant, industry plant, industry plant.
Out of all the days you could